Congratulations! You're the Moon Master!
Hello, this is DBS Moonmaster with just a sniper gameplay, back to World at War, which is my favorite Call of Duty, and I can talk about a few reasons why it is, but, well, first of all, I'm kind of alternating on my channel between doing videos for my clan and for doing videos just like this one that are not really for my clan. So I decided to play World at War. I mean, it's not like I haven't played it in a while. I play it frequently enough because I really like it. And one thing I especially like in this game is the sniping. A lot of people hate it, you know, because I think it's the hardest sniping of any Call of Duty, and that's the reason a lot of people seem to hate it. Well, you know, I don't mind if it's too difficult. I consider myself a pretty good sniper, and I don't mind if it's a little more difficult, because I think it's a little more fun. I mean, it just feels, it has a whole different feel, because, well, for one thing, the sniper I'm using, as all the other snipers in the game, except for the PDRS, which is the last sniper you get, it's a bolt-action rifle with a scope on it. You can take the scope off, which I love to do from time to time, but it just feels like, you know, sniping. Well, I'll talk about sniping in general, like a little brief history of it. I mean, sure, there were scopes on rifles a long ways back that people used, and I mean, there were, like, I was watching an old Western Clint Eastwood kind of movie, and Clint Eastwood had something like a sniper, a rifle with a scope on it, and he and a few bad guys were having a sniper fight in Joshua Tree National Park, which is a pretty cool place for rock climbing. I've actually rock climbed there a few times, so I thought it was really cool to see Clint Eastwood and these other guys like in that place, and I'm thinking, hey, I've been there. I was where Clint Eastwood once stood, you know. I thought that was pretty cool. But anyways, so sniping, I wouldn't say it first hit the scene in World War I, but it definitely existed, but not really as like a standard military practice, you know. It existed outside of the military for things like recreation and private use, obviously. The military didn't really pay it much attention. There was a group of people, though, that thought, hey, sniping in the military, I think that that'll work really well. And their main slogan, their main concept was one bullet, one kill, or one shot, one kill. I forget which one. But basically, their goal was to be the most efficient soldiers possible. And so they basically say to their COs and things like that, hey, I've got this sniper, I can take ranged attacks and things like that. And most of the time, you know, a commanding officer would be like, what? No, you're gonna fight with all the other guys. You know, we're a unit. We fight as one unit. But they did get their chances in World War I to prove that they were very effective, that they deserved their own type of military units, their own military function. And by the time, but then in the interim period between World War I and World War II, there was a book written about sniping, and it got a bit more official. It still wasn't a full-on program. I'm pretty sure that the first actual sniper school was wasn't established until after World War II, like before Vietnam and those wars and the Cold War. So it was still just people that taught themselves how to snipe, basically. And then when World War II hit, you know, they never really had like particular missions planned just for snipers only. They would just be a sniper, and their CO would use them however they saw fit. I mean, for those of you that have seen Saving Private Ryan, there was a guy in their unit that was a sniper, and he didn't go off by himself on special missions or stuff like that. The closest thing he did to a unique sniper mission was at the final battle when Tom Hanks, the their captain told him and like another guy to go up into the bell tower to get a higher vantage point and give them cover and things like that. But that was just supporting the unit as a whole. It wasn't any type of solo sniper mission. And except for that one assignment at the end, he basically went through the whole movie just doing his own thing. You know, when they're storming the beach at Normandy, when everyone's getting gunned down, he's kind of staying back and really providing a lot of support, because while his other soldiers were running up the beach, getting gunned down and painfully gaining ground, he was actually killing Germans. And I think that was a really big help, or it would have been, had there actually been a guy at Normandy with a sniper doing that. I don't know if there actually were snipers at Normandy. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure, though, that it was just soldiers rushing up the beach. But, so, anyways, you have, these are what the snipers were in World War II. Bolt-action rifles with scopes on them. And, you know, like the standard issue gun for the American military, or the Marines and whatnot, was a Springfield. Or not Marines. I'm pretty sure it was just the U.S. Army. Their standard issue weapon was a Springfield, a bolt-action rifle. No scope, not anything. So the snipers were they weren't like unique for sniping. The scope was what made them a sniper. So moving back to this gameplay here, if you haven't already noticed, we are pulling an epic spawn trap. And this is the game mode of War, and it's probably one of my favorite game mode in Call of Duty, official game mode. And basically there are 5 flags. It's kind of like domination, except there are 5 flags, and they're all spread out on the map, like in a line at different stages of the map, and only one flag is in play each time. You know, both teams will be fighting over one flag. Then when a team captures the flag, which is quite hard to do, it takes a while, then when one team captures the flag, they move up to the next area of the map, the next flag. And getting kills actually helps. Like, if you get a lot of kills, like if your team as a whole gets a lot of kills, they gain momentum, which basically means that if your team gets enough kills, they'll get a bonus, like capture the flag twice as fast, or as I just got here, capture the flag 3 times as fast. And those things are like key. So it's really, I think, a balanced game that's really fun. You know, as long as both teams, though, are proficient and not just a bunch of one-sided setups. Like, right now, we just have them pushed back at, like, the last flag or their second to last flag. And the whole match is like this, basically. I mean, I'm just sitting here killing them as they spawn, like, between the pillars. Well, not really, because most of the kills I get here there's like 1 or 2 guys on their team that are spawning in between and come out in between those pillars and try to snipe me back. And they just keep trying, but I'm just playing better than them, and I just keep killing them. They don't even go prone or do anything like that. So we kind of pushed them up a little too far, and they started spawning behind us, but they were too late. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was a refreshing taste of something that you haven't seen in a while. So this is DBS Moonmaster. See you next time.